Fade has been out for a few weeks now, and people who have not paid for her yet are just now starting to unlock her. So in this video, I'm going to show you one simple defense Fade haunt spots for each site. So first, we're going to be covering Fracture. Starting from B-side tower, look up about this high above the metal, then run and left click, and it'll scan most of all of bench side, depending on how much you ran. Okay, let's cover dish side. Now on dish side, stand at this corner, raise your crosshair to as high as the thing on the left and slightly to the right of this corner of the building, then run 3 to 4 steps forward and jump to throw the haunt. Alright, now that Fracture is covered, let's move on to Bind. Alright, starting on Bind for B-side, just toss an eye on the boxes outside of Hookah. It's guaranteed info. It is more easily breakable compared to the one above Hookah, but the one above Hookah takes a bit longer to land and someone could hide from the eyes to the right near the long connector. Alright, let's cover Baths. Baths, you can toss the haunt into the trash and it'll scan anyone coming in. This one does need you to manually activate it though, so if you're lazy, maybe don't do this one. Now moving on to Breeze. For A site, if the enemies do the diagonal Viper wall, you can throw the eye on the left pyramid with this lineup. So jump on the first box behind orange and look at this corner in the ship and just throw it. And for B site, if the attackers do the Viper wall there too, stand on the shadow corner and look at this part of half wall, then throw the ability. Now moving on to Icebox. For A, there's a little slope above pipes that you can toss your haunt on when the attackers are getting close. Stand under the rope close to screens and throw the eyes when looking at this corner of the pipe. For B, stand in the middle of the fence, look around this star, then run, jump, throw the eyes to get it to land on these green containers. It will scan the attackers coming in at this height. Now for Ascent. This one is maybe a hit or miss for B-site, but run, throw your haunt over this wall around the building to land behind the entrance to garage, and it could get anyone around tiles. And for the next one, if you want to scan A main, stand around year, raise your crosshair to be as high as the generator and perpendicular to the roof, then run a few steps and throw. Now for Haven. To scan A entrance, there's not really any funky lineups that won't get broken instantly, so just throw it down sewers. To scan mid, the best one would be to throw it up on top of these double boxes outside of garage. Lastly, to scan deep sea, run throw your haunt while looking around this twig from the left side of the entrance. And lastly, let's cover split. On A side, stand on the rafters under this part of the K, then look at this intersection and throw the eyes. If you look higher, it'll go straight to the ground, so if you want, you could change things up like that for the enemies. B side is way easier to get a good haunt on, either toss it on the roof of garage or top shroud. Alright guys, and those were some fairly simple defensive haunt spots for Fade. I hope you learned a bit more on how to play the new Turkish Terrorizer. If you want some more Valorant tips to help you improve your games, definitely subscribe and turn on notifications to keep up with all the new Valorant videos at Esports Driven. As always guys, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.